Hello, it's Adrienne Fayok again with my fifth and final reflection named Sandcastles. It was a beautiful, crisp but sunny day in November, and I had an opportunity to go for a run on the beach. That particular day, the crowds were sparse and the tide was low, which made for a particularly expansive beach. I was taking in the beautiful sun's reflection on the glistening waves, had a chance to admire the larger-than-life bubbles one woman was making with a bucket of soap, which were attracting a small congregation of people, and enjoyed watching dogs of all shapes and sizes chase balls and play with one another on the sand. As I continued to run, I saw this amazing and grand-looking sandcastle off in the distance and couldn't wait to check it out more closely. As I approached the sandcastle, I was able to start admiring and appreciating not only its large presence, but also the details, the perfectly chiseled steps that led up to the main structure, the well-defined walls around the perimeter, and the multiple structures of significant height that accompanied the main structure within the castle walls. My focus then shifted to observing who was creating this magnificent sand sculpture, and I noticed a mother and her teenage daughter working with great fervor. They were each digging swiftly and seemingly in unison. They appeared to be peaceful and joyful, knowing that each stroke of their hand through the sand was contributing to the formation of their beautiful and impressive sandcastle. Later, when I returned, I noticed that several other adults had converged on the scene and were all happy to further the design of the castle with a more elaborate entry to this castle and several additional dug-out areas resembling moats. Being witness to the joy, excitement, and collaboration of the group brought a smile to my face, and I began to see the deeper beauty in what I was witnessing. Each contributor was completely immersed in the process of what they were doing. They were enjoying manipulating the sand on a beautiful day. They were enjoying being in each other's presence and working together, so much so that the work could have been misconstrued as play. How beautiful this was to witness, and all of that work, joy, and collaboration put forth to create a sand sculpture that would be pummeled to the ground the moment the tide rose. Wow. I then began to reflect further about the gifts of joy and presence one receives when their focus becomes the process of what they are doing rather than the outcome. This is a concept that has been set forth by psychologists and other authors, so I don't want to take any credit for it, but rather would like to expound upon it and give yet another example to support this amazing concept. What if we could remove the attachments we have to the outcomes of what we do and just enjoy the doing or the being present while we are doing? I see this all the time, and I've been there too, by the way. We work extremely hard at our work with usually a fairly narrow goal or outcome in mind that is usually some variation of success and monetary gain. We fill our lives with stress and anxiety and neglect our true-to-self values to get there. We are attached to the outcome and allow our tainted process to whittle down our true spirit to a mere shadow of what it has the potential to be. We work long hours, neglect the ones we love most, and do not pay attention to our true self, our true desires, deepest values, nor our daily needs and nourishments. I don't want to spend too much time here, but rather want to encourage everyone to listen to their hearts and souls if your process seems to be weighing you down. That is, the sand building itself. If you would enjoy the building of that castle, knowing that it would be washed away by morning, your process is anchored and supported by your truest of values. If you anticipate with angst the demolition of your castle and all your efforts by the angry sea, it's time to reconnect with your truest values. Sometimes it's as easy as shifting your mindset and letting go of the attachment you have to the outcome. Sometimes you simply have to shift your focus to the here and now. The feel of the wet sand between your fingers, the connected time working in collaboration with your family members, and the beauty of the day, rather than entertaining thoughts like, when are we ever going to get done with this thing? Or trailing away to stressing about what will be for dinner, for example. Not to worry if you find yourself wishing to be done often or wishing that the digging or work could just go away. If you find yourself entertaining these types of thoughts often, you are simply making yourself aware that your true values are not aligned with what you are doing, and it's time to make a change. May we align the actions of our lives and enjoy our processes to the best of our abilities. May we build our sandcastles with joy and fervor and let the ocean wash them away with ease, for we will soon enjoy building another and another. Thank you so much for listening today. Take care and be well.